Hello and welcome to How I Tank Season 2, Episode 6, where I have expanded the minimap to extreme proportions, and you don't get to know what tank is actually being played until I retract it. But it is Morbid, and we aren't going to be missing much because it's a really, really slow tank. You have your time to guess. And with me I have Lost Dead Man and Morbid Man.
Hello. No.
Oh,
Your turtle go.
and there we have it. Whoa,
Yes.
mini-maps.
I'm crossing a bridge.
So
You are.
T95s always make the best replays, and Morbid is bravely taking on solo pubbing. Yep, he's solo pub.
129 damage already. This is a good start. Good start.
Oh.
There you go. Little push.
Oh, you're ahead of us.
Am I really?
Yeah,
By how much?
I'm at 1410.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you.
Wow. Portland sucks.
Portland's
These.
cool.
So you're just taking shots of opportunity while you can. Artillery is scary, but it's only going to fire like once per minute. At most.
Brave T-44.
He's got this.
He's totally got the bat chat.
You don't even need to worry.
So, what is your thought process at this current time, Murbed?
My thought process is we're going to lose because I have XVM, and I know that bad stuff's going to happen to these guys ahead of me. So I better, do as much damage as I can while I'm still alive, and hopefully I can pull something out.
That brings up an interesting point of using XVM. I don't use the stat side of XVM, but I like the damage tracking side. I know Lost you use XVM, and I just think I'd get too depressed from it most of the time.
It is very depressing sometimes, but it's also nice knowing like who you can rely on your team and stuff like that.
A little bit shit talking, of course. Standard procedure.
This is morbid. We all expected.
Well,
Okay.
it comes with the territory being a T95. You have a lot of time to type.
Alright, so I don't get shots on that guy. Switch back right away. They seem to have caught on to the, not really though.
All these people not realizing this is a Thunder Turtle looking at him. This is great.
He's perma-tracked, but I don't think I get this reload off in time. Yeah, there we go.
You had a nice lower glacier shot.
Some good damage on him already. I mean, you're already at 2300. This is pretty good.
Oh, it only gets better.
So going back to the topic of XVM, I know, like, my stats have the ability to skew an XVM. And this is just from my personal experience. I know that I can derp hardcore despite what stats say. So, and I've seen some really bad puppies pull some amazing shit out of their ass for no good reason. But I guess statistics do have their advantages. And how did you hit that shot?
I don't even know
Magic.
right now.
T95 is magic. Magical.
So, how accurate do you perceive the XVM win percentage thing? Or do you mostly use it for personal player stats?
I've seen times where the win percentage is like completely off, where like you have like 10% chance to win and you just absolutely demolish the team you're fighting. But then there's a lot of times where it is very, very accurate, and it gets a little depressing.
Boo!
IS-7 armor worked? That happens?
E75.
What an E75 is doing peeking over a hill is beyond me. That is not standard procedure for E75.
And you hit that cupola. Wow, I'm actually shocked you got that shot.
Despite being an American cannon, the T95 is surprisingly accurate. And it certainly helps with the latest patch, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Part of the reason is because I'm so damn slow. Come on. I'm just, throwing as much lead as I can downrange. Make sure.
That E50 really wants to keep you lit.
Yeah, I don't know. They already didn't seem to pay any attention to me this entire battle. It's been kind
Yeah,
of weird.
if that already had repositioned, you would have been in a bad spot, but it doesn't look like you did. Not yet, anyways.
And that's a brave move. I'm not sure I would expose my side to that E50.
Yeah, definitely. That was
But
gonna get the kill.
gotta go for the kill.
Knocking those big guns off the field.
This is kind of making me want to rebuy my T95.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I know the E50. He's down to about 200. He's probably not there anymore. Suicide 69 comes in with 12 HP. He'll light some stuff, I think. But I know that this Anvil guy is still out and about, so I don't want to commit quite yet until I get some more hit points backing me up.
The WZ-111.
Yep.
There he is.
Okay. So he's pulling out like that, and if he does that again, I can definitely nail him. But
Building slowed you down.
You got a mouse trolling up center. Which, as a mouse on this map, you have my pity. Forever. All the pities.
Right now, you guys are down a tank, but you have the tier advantage, and I mean, this isn't that bad yet.
Yeah, you have 4 tier 9s to their, or 4 tier 10s to their 2. Which, let's all be honest, tier 10 artillery is still tier 8 in our hearts.
Very true.
okay.
So how do you feel getting outrun by a Jagdpanzer 100?
I think what the Jagdpanzer should have done is pushed you, and you protect his lower glacis.
We can call it doorstop, all kinds of shit talk going on. He's not going to be happy right now.
Bloop.
I didn't one-shot that Tiger, that's upsetting.
Oh, that Jagdpanzer's fucked.
Stupid target choice. I don't know how much of a shot I had in the 57, but obviously I should have been shooting at that instead of a tier 8. That posed very little threat.
No, you were getting damage.
Yeah, damage is damage.
And I think at the time you took the shot, the 57 wasn't even lit.
Mm-hmm. If you had gotten a good roll, I think you should have one-shot the Tiger too. I think that was just
It was possible, just...
I think I ended up killing him anyway, so...
It all works out in the end.
So... If you look at what the JP100's doing, it's a very smart thing. You know, obviously hide from the autoloader, hide your lower hull, and at this point, Artie is definitely a clear and present threat. So I'm just, what the hell? I got nearly full hit points, so I'm just going first, light some stuff up for Artie. Maybe he said he was covering me earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And while I make my move, maybe someone else will have the common sense to move up onto cap or try something flanking.
Yeah, that mouse definitely has the ability to move on to cap and get at the base of the hill so artillery can't hit him. But I don't think... Oh, that tortoise has been spotted at A0.
Yeah, right now none of the other tanks in your team really have the HP or anything like that to move.
Telling the mouse to move up.
That is one way to encourage a mouse to move. Tell him to stop being a bitch.
Oh god, a 95 without a driver. That's terrifying.
You don't slow down that much.
Yeah, I was going back downhill. And this is where I make a pretty dumb decision to... I mean, it works out in the end, but still.
Oh, that tiger.
Oh, no.
Tiger 2. Oh no.
It's a threat. We gotta kill it.
Meanwhile, that T-57 has the same reload with its shells as this Jagdpanzer does.
Jagdpanzer almost one-shots him, just not quite.
The mouse is shit-talking someone. I don't know who.
I think he's trying to shit-talk you. That T-57 had the right idea.
Yeah, but...
He should have used the first shell to track you.
You should have done better.
And he should have done better. Hi, Graham.
Hi.
Welcome to the internet. You want to tell us the story?
I almost died to this guy.
I don't
It's
have
very
any story.
embarrassing.
I'll just let you guys do what you do, since you're what your subscribers are here for. I'm gonna be killing people. Don't mind me.
Subscribers, say hello to Graham.
No, stop. I'm
Graham.
bashful. What?
Oh, he's going at you.
It's Panther. My gosh.
Why didn't he use his momentum and get behind you?
I don't want to leave this wreck because I feel like this is the only thing between me and a T92 shell, and I actually take damage, I think, from a cupola shot or something. But yeah, now I know. I'm like, okay.
Artie's doing a lot of work to help you out here.
Come on. Okay.
That was brave taking that shot without zooming.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got a 92 and a tortoise.
I'll
And look
still
at you,
that Panther.
ducking and weaving in a 95.
261 is using gold rounds for you, Morbid. They scare you,
More
bro.
shit. And yeah, pretty much.
Morbid, why don't you talk more shit when you play with us? I think you should.
Because I don't get as mad when I'm playing with you guys. I don't know. I
Mad
get pretty
Morbid is
flustered.
entertaining Morbid.
This is true.
Yeah, and then my clan officer notices I'm in the same game as him. He's of course dead. Yay!
Wow, this is a pretty good.
Top gun.
In the future, I would have aimed for one of the side pouches, not the gun, because the gun had a good chance of just absorbing the shot and you being what?
Yeah. I just need to crawl over there for that tortoise and hopefully get some more
Are you
damage.
drunk, Morbid? I think you should have just said yes.
I had to think of something else witty to come back with, but I don't know. So, wrapped it up. Basically, I don't know what could you take away from this battle. I would say maybe just do a lot of damage. You see, in this case, I think I ended up getting 6,600
Visible damage.
Without that, this team probably would have been screwed. So just be opportunistic, do damage whenever you can, and even if your XVM says your team is screwed, just keep doing what you gotta do.
Yeah, always go for more damage because that equals more experience and credits. Even if you lose, more damage is better.
But keep in mind, target priority is still a good factor in pubs.
Yeah, just totally shoot a Tiger 2 over 100 health 57 though. That's the best option here. Right, Morbid?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll see you in the next replay.
Yep.
Go. Alright. Welcome to part 2 of this TD special that I just now decided. We have Tofu Smurf and a 263. He would have recorded this gameplay, but his computer doesn't like Fraps all of a sudden, so I am recording it for him, and I don't know where he is. But this tank is a 261 that just shoots straight instead of at an angle, and has really good front armor, kinda. And you never see it in pubs or clan wars.
This is definitely a tank you pray already never looks at you in. That open back turret, my god.
It looks like he's got giant cigars inside.
Well, this thing just shoots cigars.
I want it.
I mean, I believe this thing has a 130. It uses a 130 that shoots like every 8 or so seconds.
I got 9.49 on mine. It supposedly has some of the best DPM in the game.
And since it's a turretless mount, it is a super accurate Russian gun, which I know is kind of an oxymoron within itself.
Something you don't hear often.
Mm-hmm. I think he could have taken that shot. But
Yeah,
as
probably
far
so.
as wanting to stay off the radar, I understand why he didn't. Those mediums are just asking to get slapped.
There's 2 heavies lit just right out of his view range.
And I forgot to do not disturb Skype, so everybody enjoy thinking their Skype is ringing right now. Courtesy of probably either Beast or T. Stop typing.
Oh,
Actually, Tofu.
How dare Tofu. So not much is going on right now. Tofu sent me a whole pack of replays, and I just chose one to record. So he's staying back. He doesn't want to get spotted. Things on the enemy team will do nasty things to him if he's spotted. Not much is going on. He's trying to get sights. This thing has a super narrow cone of fire.
Nope, nope, nope.
Will he shoot? Will he shoot? He's looking for the red. Looking for the red. And he tracks him.
Yeah, Russian accuracy.
Hey, he hit. T-34 is bravely moving up to spot. And Lost has his mute button backwards, so he's pressing mute every time he wants to speak.
Do I really?
Yep.
This is good. This is good.
Pro. Chat is colorful at the moment.
Little angry.
E100. At this range, Tofu's gun is just going to tear right through them. But of
Definitely
course,
hope
the
the Switcher-
Conqueror. Does the Conqueror have a better DPM than the E100?
I think so. It fires every 6 seconds for about 400 to 500 damage. Or 4-ish.
That was a nice shot on the lower glacis.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Tofu has 6th sense on this, though I don't know for sure.
That being said, this tank has got pretty beastly camo.
Yeah, this thing will disappear if you let it. Though the medium on the hill probably will spot him in a second.
Or not.
Yeah, I'm guessing he doesn't have 6th sense on this. Otherwise, he should be spotted.
He probably knows he's... There we go. Oh.
Poor T-34, taking it for the team.
Chaffee going up to spot for him. Godspeed, Chaffee. Looks like the other flank has completely fallen and is being held up by an IS-4 that or the Centurion wants to report.
Waiting for that good shot.
So I believe this tank has not been featured on my channel before. I don't think I did the test server for it because that was around the time I stopped playing for a bit. But that poor Tiger 2 is about to get his commander's head blown off.
This seems to be a really, really rare tank in pubs.
This is a really rare tank in general. I don't think... I've only seen these things on test server.
Yeah.
And I've seen it once in Clan Wars, and that was when it first came out and people were testing it.
Even the tanks before, like the entire line, I don't think many people go for. I rarely see it.
Which is a shame, because the 122-54 is probably the most badass looking tank in the game. In my honest opinion.
I don't even know what he hit there. It was his lower glacis. Probably.
The Centurion is really mad about that IS-4, but I'm guessing that IS-4 is single-handedly holding that flank up just with his presence.
He's shit-talking on behalf of the other team.
Oh!
Super effective. Uh-oh.
So if we're using this thing's awesome speed, this thing, I believe, is on the IS-7 chassis, so it can truck. It's currently hovering around 53 kph.
Oh, there's his evil twin.
His wannabe brother. The 263 is just a flaccid 261.
It's a Twinkie. Come on, guys. That's all it is. Can't you see it?
Not really.
I want to see how
Oh,
much health this IS-4 has.
So getting that already out the field is essential.
and he
But
crits
track
his
shot. But in the meantime, these tier 8s have to try to punch through 250 millimeters of sloped armor. I think they're better off just flinging HE at the top of the tank. Though I do believe that the tank does have a weak spot on those little viewports in the upper mantle. Hey, he does have Sixth Sense! Alright,
Wow.
so he just hasn't been spotted this entire time. That is
There you go.
impressive.
That
Get this
medium-
tank.
IS-4 at 30 HP. Why that ISU wasn't capping, I don't know. Tofu takes a greedy shot and whiffs it.
Probably still be able to get the kill. Oh, no. Maybe not.
And there can only be one. 263 versus 261. Who will it be? 263.
Oh.
I almost messed up the number. So 2 autoloader tanks left. This is a scary situation. I'm not sure we caught the HP on the remaining tanks. One of which was in the last noted in the river. One of which hiding in the hills.
And they're
57's at
platoon.
500.
So they probably know kind of what's up.
Very valid question right there.
Both tanks are going to struggle at penning this thing's front armor without gold shells. But thankfully both are extremely squishy to this thing's impressive gun.
Right now, I'd be really worried about where that 57 is.
Looks like the T-54E1 is going to position where cover Tofu's side, but the T-57 has been spotted by I assume, the 54 as he was cresting, and the 54's autoloader will swiftly take that out. So all that's left is a 50B. Nicely done, Tofu. How you didn't get spotted earlier, I don't know. 5,000 damage. Very well done.
Very good game.
And we go on to the next replay. Alright, JK. That TD thing was a joke. I thought one of my other replays was a TD. But instead we have this light tank platoon with Morbid and Comrade. Morbid and I guess Morbid's not a light tank. He wants to be a light tank. He's in an Indian Panzer. Comrade is in a WZ-131. And yes, this was recorded recently, so that is actually Comrade playing tanks.
Just
So-
shocking.
He is still a dick, though.
Yep,
Yeah,
still a
he's
dick.
Just trying to kill you.
We love him.
And every time Comrade is a dick is the top-rated comment, he gets a boner.
I thought it was just an angel gets its wings or something
No.
like that.
Nick gets a boner.
And we won't tell you what he does with the boner.
That's for your imagination. So we're in a tier 10 match. Morbid up-ranked us because he's a tier 8, obviously, and these tier 7 lights don't up-tier you like
You're
that.
welcome.
Of course,
Not at
of
all.
course.
So we decide we're going to truck into the little town and see what we can do. I see a AMX 1375 and I'm like, well, I could take him. And then I let Nick take all the shots from him while I flank him. Because that's just how I roll. And Nick sucks at shooting on the move.
Wow.
And that damage roll. So I'm on reload now. I
Oh.
get a lucky
Oh my God.
hit from a 50B in the track.
Nick is not so lucky, it looks.
Yeah. That 50B has its way with Nick.
And you see that crack between the buildings. You can shoot between that.
At the time I wasn't thinking that. At this current time I'm going to distract, and that
Wow.
50B just does not have any luck with me.
Guy must be pissed.
And he's on reload now because he put a shell into that FE-202. FE-40-202? Whatever. So I'm loading
up.
shells into a tier 10 because this guy has no side armor whatsoever. I stupidly cross in front of a friendly autoloader because I don't know what to do. And so I observe the carcass of Comrade while I reload. And seeing that the majority of their tanks are in town, I assume that the enemy team thinks they're playing encounter mode. So I decide I'm gonna just troll along the road because, well, it is a nice scenic village.
Most of their tanks are in town, so this is actually pretty safe thing to do.
Mm-hmm. And they do have a Bat-Chatillion artillery somewhere around here that I want to get off the field because even though artillery got hit by the Nerf Bat, I assume that the autoloader artillery is still a scary thing if it directs hits. I noticed this formidable wall of defense here, and I was a little surprised by it, so I observe this house and destroy his wall because fuck walls. So I cautiously advance, trying to keep spots on these guys so whoever's the 57 and the 4202 can take whatever shots they can. And I decide to tickle them.
If you pen any of those shots, I will be amazed.
That should have penned.
There we go.
So I'm being sneaky. I'm using this house for cover. If that Jagdpanzer E100 looks at me funny, I blow up. But their town is collapsing. There's a shit ton of our tanks in the middle for some reason.
Their economy can't stand it. Their town structure is falling apart.
I pull a baller, and I decide that I'm gonna close quarter duel 2 IS-3s.
Apparently T-71 don't give no fucks, but...
Nope. And if these players were thinking, one of them would have just rushed me and taken me out. But they allow me to do some silly shit.
The T-71, he can't possibly be a threat.
Also at this point, I am just trying to keep them proxy spotted. And I don't know what this 4202 was thinking.
Firing Hesh at the IS-3.
Oh.
So I'm having an awkward showdown with these guys. The artillery is spotted in a spot where he can't hit me, so I don't need to worry about that too much. And I'm trying to peek at and get the back edge of this IS-3, but he catches on and backs up. Luckily, I have the support of some more tanks. So I pull a baller and risk getting one-shotted. And in the meantime, I just tickle an E100. And noticing I have one shell left in that that cylinder, I switch to heat because, well... And I should be dead, but...
Mid-air dodge the already round.
Mid-air dodge.
Yeah, pretty baller.
And so this concludes this episode of How I Tank. If you enjoyed, give a like, give a comment. Berate Lost in the comments. Call Comrade a dick.
Yes.
And we will see you guys in the next episode, which we will record right after this. So you can expect another How I Tank episode very soon.
Yay.
Don't believe his lies.